Hi guys, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to have a little bit more fun canning in the kitchen. I know it's not really canning season, but when you're canning up meat and stuff, it doesn't matter what time of year it is. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and do a little bit of pork loin. And what I have are 3 really nice ones. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to work on those today. So hold on and we'll get to that footage. Okay, today I'm going to be canning up these 3 really nice pork loins. And I tend to like to use them because they're relatively lean. And I'm going to start by slicing these in about 1-inch slices, and I'm going to remove the fat from each piece as I go, and what I'm going to do is cube them into about inch-sized cubes. It's relatively the same thing that I've done with the beef and the chicken, and I'm going to do most of the same types of procedures in doing them, except that there are a few small differences, and I'll go over those as I go. I think I need a second cutting board. Get a little bit more room to lay stuff out here. But I've got a bowl for the trimmings and a big bowl for the cut pieces. I won't make you sit and go through the entire cutting process, but I'll go through and do just a few of them. But you want to get this small layer of fat here off, and I think that's probably the best reason that I have to use this particular cut of pork. It tends to be a bit leaner, but I'm just going to cut these into cubes. Then put over here in this bowl. Let's go ahead and do one more. Get as much of the fat off as possible. And none of that will go to waste either, between either canning it for cat food or the dog. None of that goes to waste. But I'm not going to make you sit through the entire cutting process. I've got 3 of these big things to get through. So I'm going to go ahead and work on that, and I'll bring you back when I get closer to step 2. Okay, I've got all my pork cut up, all cut and cubed up and ready to go. And I've got my little pot of scraps back here, and I'm just going to move them out of the way for right now. I have a pot of boiling water here, and I'm going to put some salt in it. I also have a big cookie sheet and my colander, and I have a plate underneath it. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to parboil this. I'm going to put it into the hot water once this comes to a boil for 3 to 5 minutes, and then I'm going to take it out and I'm going to put it in the colander and rinse it off real good. That way you get all of the excess fat and stuff out. But one little tip if you're taking hot meat out of a boiling pan and into a colander, it helps to put a plate underneath to catch the water and not burn yourself or make a mess. So what I'll probably do is go ahead and cut the video off here for a minute, and I'll turn the camera back on while I'm doing some of it so you can see it, but probably won't do any speaking. That way Mark can speak it up a little bit. So give me a few minutes to get this water up to a full boil, and I'll start working on the parboiling of the pork. Hold on. Okay, I've got all of that pork done, and I wanted to break in here and show you something. That right there is the reason why you boil it. All that fat isn't going into your jars. But I'm going to get set up for the next step, and I'll be right back. Okay, the next thing I'm going to do is get this packed into jars. I'm using quart-size jars, and I'm going to pack them to just about where, I don't know if I can show it very well here, just about where that glass starts to bow up. You want it down well enough that you don't end up with any blowout in the canner, and I've found that packing it to about that point works really well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a break in here, and then I'm going to go ahead and start the camera back up, so that way you don't have to watch, every little slow process of this, and Mark can speed it up. So hold on, and I'll be right back. Okay, I've got that all packed up, and what I ended up with was, scooch them up here a little bit. I have 6 quarts of pork and a pint, and I've got 4 pints of the scraps, and I'm not going to add anything at all to the scraps, but I am going to add a few things here to the quarts and the 1 pint. And what I'm going to start off with is a half a teaspoon of salt in each one. And in the pint, I'm going to do half that. It'll be a quarter of a teaspoon of salt. And I'm going to put a half a teaspoon of garlic powder. And again, I'm going to half that into the pint. Then I'm going to put a half a teaspoon of onion powder in each of the quarts. And again, I'll half that for the pint over here. And I'm going to break out these really silly little measuring spoons I have. We have a tad, a dash, a pinch, and a smidgen. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the pinch, and I'm going to put a pinch of black pepper in each of the quart jars. And that would be about a half a pinch for the pint jar. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to run the 6 quart jars in the pressure canner by themselves, and I'm going to do them for 90 minutes. Then when they're all done, I'm going to do the pints over there. There will be 5 of them. I'm going to do them in the pressure canner for 75 minutes. But I've got to get set up. I've got to get some hot water going so I can get these finished packing off. And then I'm going to get to work on putting them in the canner. So what I'll probably do is, well, it'd be kind of hard to show it all because the canner is so big. Once I get them in the canner, I'll show you when they're all packed up in the canner, because that canner is going to take up this whole big space and it'd be really hard to film it from this angle. So hold on and I'll be right back. Okay, I've got these all ready in the canner. You can see we're at the water level on. And I'm going to go ahead and start processing these. Now these are quarts, and they need 90 minutes. So it's going to be a little while before I get back, but I'll be back just as soon as they're ready to come out. Okay, we're going to sneak in here real quick, show you all 6 of those jars have come out. They're not cool yet, and if you look really close, you can see they're still bubbling. So we gotta wait and let them cool, make sure they seal up. And I'm just getting ready to put the little pints in the canner. So I'll be back when I've got them back out. Now the pints are gonna run 75 minutes. so it'll be a little bit. But I'll be back as soon as I get them out too. Okay, I'm going to show you the finished product. Those are the 6 quarts. And there's my plate and my cat food. Well, we have a dog to feed too, and he enjoys treats, so you never know, they might go to the dog too. But that's everything that I canned up for the day, and I have a few more canning sessions that I would like to get into, and probably try to get those videos out sometime this week. But that's what I ended up with, and everybody has sealed up really good. And the pork will be a whole lot of fun because you can take those and they would be easy to shred up and put in a little bit of our vinegar. I don't really know how to explain it. Carolina barbecue sauce, which is really vinegary. So, anyway, that's what I ended up with. And I had a whole lot of fun doing it. But I'll be back to talk to you in just a minute. Okay, so that's all the footage that I have for today. And I know it's not the most fun kind of video, but I do enjoy canning. And with everything that's going on, it doesn't hurt to get, a little bit ahead. So I hope that today's video finds you healthy, well, and very happy. And I'm really glad that you chose to spend a few minutes with me today. And I know the canning videos aren't necessarily exciting, but it is to me, and I enjoy making sure, that everything's going to be okay in the future. And when you can anything, you can keep it an awful lot longer than you can in the freezer. So that's my take on it. But I hope that you enjoyed the video. If you're not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe. Don't forget to ring that little bell to let you know when we put out new videos. If you like today's video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you have any comments, questions, anything on your mind, something you want to say, please leave it in the box below. We do our best to get to everything as soon as we can. But anyway, it may not be exciting for a lot of people, but I really enjoy canning and cooking. And I have some other recipes coming up here in the next week or so. And I hope you enjoy those too. But I'm going to go ahead and get off of here because I've already taken up enough of your day. So don't forget, we love you, and we will see you in the next one.